Okay, decoding the SA800 series special-based audit engagement. This podcast focuses on the SA800 series issued by the ICAI. It is tailored for finance professionals, CA students and practicing auditors. It covers the core requirements of SA800, 805 and 810. The world beyond general purpose financials. Welcome back to the channel. As auditors, we spend 95% of our professional lives dealing with general purpose financial frameworks. We look at standard balance sheets and financial statements meant for general public, tax authorities and regular compliance under the Companies Act. But what happens when you are handed a set of books prepared purely for a foreign holding company's calendar year, or a single schedule of inventory for a bank loan, or an abridged summary financial statements for shareholders? Standard everyday auditing rules won't fit perfectly. That is where it's 800 steps. Series steps in. Today we are breaking down the three critical pillars of specialized audit engagements as 800, 805, 810. So let's jump in. SA 800 Special Purpose Framework. First up is SA 800, which deals with audits of a complete set of financial statements prepared in accordance with a special purpose framework. Unlike general purpose frameworks, a special purpose framework is built to satisfy the precise data needs of specific users. Think about a company preparing financials solely to comply with a specific regulator, a venture capital contract, or cash basis accounting. If you take on an SA 800 engagement, you have three major responsibilities. First, you must verify if the specific accounting framework chosen by management is acceptable given the purpose and intended users. Old practice, auditors would casually skip an emphasis marked paragraph anywhere at the bottom of the report to flag the special framework. But the revised rule is that the auditor's report must now feature a distinct separate section with a highly specific heading. This heading must explicitly include the term emphasis of matter, and it must clearly state the basis of accounting. Before applying SA 800, you should also apply other ACs. Other ACs like SA 200, SA 700, SA 720. SA 800 simply adds special layers on top. So the basic purpose of SA 800 special purpose financial statements. There are specific users, there are financial presentation framework and compliance framework. So the objectives, main is the objective of SA 800 is the objective of which has addressed special considerations relating to acceptance of the engagement, planning and performance of the engagement, and forming an opinion and reporting on the financial statements. Special purpose framework, there it has components. And then components of special purpose framework, then that is it has the Articleship Report, it has emphasis of matter paragraph, then it should alert users. SA 800 should alert users. May not be suitable for another purpose. It is special, It is special and it is for specific purpose. Now let us come to Essay 805. Essay 805 states single financial statements and specific elements. Next up is Essay 805. This applies when you aren't auditing a complete set of financial statements, but instead auditing a single financial statement or a specific element, account or item. Imagine a client asking you to audit only their cash flow statement. In Essay 805, it may be maybe for a cash flow statement, or just the revenue schedule, or perhaps a specific calculation of net assets acquisition. The golden rule under Essay 805 is independence of scope. Even if you are already the statutory auditor of the full company, this specific element is a separate engagement. So, this is a separate engagement. Here's a big call to watch for. If you have already issued an adverse opinion or a disclaimer of opinion on the complete set of financial statements, you cannot issue an unmodified opinion on a single element within the same books. Why? Because doing so would contradict and overshadow your overall audit report. The only rare exception is if the single element report is published completely separately from the main financial statements. If it is separate, then only unmodified opinion. Otherwise, the whole rule applies. Finally, let's look. Now Essay 805. What are the no? This is account or item or special considerations. It has to be acceptance of the engagement, then planning and performance of the audit, forming an opinion and reporting. Then let's come to Essay 810. Essay 810 is summary financial statements. Finally, let's look at Essay 810, which governs engagements to reports on summary financial statements. These are the highly condensed financial reports derived directly from your fully audited. This is from fully audited financial statements. Companies often use them for annual reports or this uses is for annual reports or pitch books to save stakeholders from digging through a 200-page document. The absolute baseline for Essay 810 that you must be the original auditor. Must be the company statutory auditor. Okay. You cannot accept an engagement to report on summary financials unless you personally audited the full underlying financial statements from which they are created. Your job under SA 810 is to evaluate whether the summary accurately reflects it is for summary. Basically, it is for summary. You are checking for structural consistency based on applied criteria. When it comes to your reporting conclusion, you should not stay true and fair view like a standard audit report. Instead, your opinion must explicitly state whether the summary financial statements whether the summary financial statements are consistent or not. Consistent or not. So SA 810 specifically is for opinion. It is a summary financial statements audited. The auditor only audited financial statements and the applied criteria. Availability of audited financial statements. Of course, if audited financial statements are not available, then you cannot form summary financial statements. Then it is the management's responsibility to provide, and it is also auditor's responsibility to provide that state whether their summary financial statements are consistent or not. Now, to wrap it up, before wrapping it up, neatly keep this in mind. Use SA 800 when auditing a single complete set of books, but restricted for custom purpose. It is for restricted SA 800 for restricted purpose. It is for restricted purpose. But complete set of books. Complete set of books. Whereas SA 805 SA 805 is for a single element of a financial report. It is for a single element of a financial statement or report. And SA 810 is for summary financial statements. Knowing these distinctions will help you protect your firm from liability, and also students can answer properly in the exam. You can also communicate clearly to your stakeholders and issue perfectly compliant reports. That's all for today's deep dive into the specialized audit series. Hope you liked it.